And welcome to another exciting episode of The Energy That Surrounds Us. I'm your host, Michael, and I will be your guide on today's journey. And I am hoping our guest will be arriving shortly. They are out of Las Vegas, and so with the time difference, hopefully all will work out. And be able to jump in. Sorry, taking care of something for the show. So, hello, Selena. Glad you could join us. And while they are coming, I will share with you that I got to attend a paranormal event actually this past weekend on Saturday. I got to go and spend the afternoon in Jefferson, Texas, a very haunted city. And it was for the History, Haunts, and Legends paranormal event that Jody Breckenridge puts on. She also does the Jefferson Ghost Walk, and she brings in great speakers. I got to meet a lot of very cool people in the paranormal community and got to talk with friends that I haven't talked to in a while. So that was exciting. And I got to hang out with a team I met at Parapalooza, and we had some fun taking some photos, walking around the city a little bit. So it was very cool, and I am so excited to be back out investigating and still doing the podcast shows. And we are doing a special episode tonight as tomorrow is election day. So I, out of respect for that, am not doing a personal show of my own to compete with the election day. However, I have been invited to go on one of Emily Menhouse's shows tomorrow during the election. So as soon as I find out all the details on that, I will share that with you all. And I will be here on Wednesday with Riding Through the Unknown at 8 o'clock with a very special guest. Her name is Nova Bell, and she and I have a lot in common. So I am excited to be bringing her onto the show and sharing our history and stories with you all. So stay tuned for that. And also, we do our best to bring in new topics and everything. And so as soon as my guest can make it, we will be bringing you some of those topics as we speak. And let me check to see if they are able to get in. There, she was sending the link to, I believe it's her sister or a friend. Or both. I haven't quite figured out the dynamics yet. I am excited to meet them, and hopefully they will be popping on shortly as we just are working out some of the logistics of getting the links to everybody. So if anybody out there has any questions for me, I'm happy to answer them right now as we wait and see when they're going to be ready to bring up onto the show. Um, I do look forward to some more investigations coming up, and am being very cautious of tomorrow's results. And we have one of our guests available, so I will bring them up now. Let's welcome Bonnie of Vegas Ghost Girls Paranormal Investigators. Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Welcome to
Where's
the show.
my sister told me where to go. How come she's not here?
Uh, that's a good
I was
question.
just talking to her. What the hell's she doing?
She
Never.
might have had to go run to get a drink or something.
Like get some Diet Pepsi.
There you go. So, how are you?
I'm good. I'm just chilling. I'm on my days off from
Well,
door dashing.
well, there you go.
Oh, there goes my husband.
Hi.
He says hi.
Hello.
He came. I don't know if Susie talked to you about our Pioche trip. Um,
I think she mentioned a little bit about it, but
that was fun. That was really, really fun. I mean, the couple of times I've been on ghost hunting trips were both very positive. There wasn't any negative um, spirit activity or anything. It was very loving and very positive. I'm very sensitive. I've a lot of times while she brings me with her to the thing on the well she is too, but I'm like she's okay. You know about all the clairs that you can
right.
have when you're well, I have all of them, and
Wow.
she has a couple of them, but I think I'm her backup for the rest, or something, But I don't like brag about it. I don't like to talk about it much because people are weird, when you talk about stuff like that. So
Oh, yeah.
it's just natural to me, and I just talk about it when I have a feeling or when it comes up. And I've been that way since I was like at my first, I guess you want to call it a paranormal um, experience when I was 18 months old. My mom talked about this story all the time, but I also remember it. I have memories of being in my crib. I've really, really
Wow.
sharp memories of my childhood. But I had dislocated my thumb, my left thumb. The bone went through the other end, and my mom had to take me to the hospital, and I had to get it stitched up, and I got a scar still. And my mom and I are very similar, and Susie is too. We make friends wherever we go. Wherever we go, we make friends. And there was a woman and her son who was born with no bones in his legs, and his name was Stanley. And I think he was from India. I don't think he was African American. I remember him being dark, but I don't remember the features, of the African features, like the hair and stuff. His hair was softer, and but he was really dark. But they were the nicest people, and oh, they were so nice. And we left the hospital because, of course, it was just, get it fixed and we got to go. And the next day, she was getting us dressed and getting in the car. And I looked up at her and I said, Mommy, where are we going? She goes, We're going to see Stanley. I said, No, Mommy, he's dead. And she was like, Don't say that. She was like really shocked. And when something like that happens, I just say it like I'm saying, Pass me the butter. You know, it doesn't come out with like weird exaggeration or any emotion. It's just like, pass the butter.
Wow.
And we went to the hospital and I was right. So that was my first experience with that. And I've always been that way though. only a few people in my family I've known they were going to die. It's not like I know everybody when they're going to die, you know. I
Right.
just only I think people who I have a connection to or closeness to or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Well, I'm going to interrupt for a moment
go ahead, go ahead.
because your other compatriot has arrived.
Finally, there
So
she is. Where's she at? There she is.
Hold on, hold on. I got a problem with my phone.
We're looking at the ceiling.
Okay, sorry.
a very nice ceiling.
I, I'm trying to find the right prop.
You don't
No,
have one
that's
of those
not.
little Don't you have a little holder thingy that you have?
Yeah, it's over on the desk, and I'm crippled
You're not
here.
near the desk. Oh yeah, you're a little gimpy a
I
little bit.
fractured my ankle. I
Yeah,
can't get around very good.
darn
So,
it. You
never
Well,
got to do
now
mind.
what
that
you got to
you're
do.
yeah, now that you're both here, Bonnie, why don't you take a moment and introduce who all's here and a little bit about yourselves.
Well, I'm Bonnie Verson and my sister Susie Wade. Uh, we're the Vegas Ghost Girls, investigators, paranormal investigators. Sorry, I have to get the whole thing in. And yeah, we've both been natural. Our mother raised us very open minded, and we were very naturally sensitive. Both of us. My mom, I think, was too, but she never
Oh,
really said she was. You know, we just knew she was. You know what I mean?
she was an astrologer all our lives, so we understood that. I'm an astrologer. My sister understands it. Her son is a very good astrologer. Um, he's really good. He's better than me.
I'm so proud of him.
He is really good.
So,
Uh,
I actually have a question for you, Susie. Being an
yeah,
astrologer,
yeah.
what exactly is a house and how do you determine its point of origin?
Well, I don't know the history. Now you're getting in history. I don't know the history. Each house. Okay, there's 12 houses, which each house represents a sign, and every month has. Well, each month has a sign
In various degrees.
in various degrees, but there's a beginning of one and the ending of another in each month. Like I'm a Libra, my sister's a Virgo, and we both birthdays in September. Okay, which is weird.
Yeah, that is
Um,
weird.
yeah, but so I am all over the place today.
Oh
My
Lord.
I should have took my ADD at nighttime.
Well,
That's
also
all right.
each house represents a different aspect of your life. Like
Oh
the
yeah,
first
yeah.
house is yourself,
Is
and
yourself. The
and then go
second
through that.
is
That's how you
your.
can explain it.
Yes, yes, and each represents like each. The 10th house I know is your work. The fourth house, like seventh, is your relationships. Ninth house is your uh the rules you and morals you run your life through, right, Bon?
Yeah.
Or is that eight? I always mix those two.
Eight is the
Um,
Neptune one. The
yeah,
Neptune
Neptune.
one is
I always mix those two up.
isn't the
Um,
Neptune one about death or
is that
has
eight or
some
nine?
I
It's
think
eight or
I
nine.
would think no, I would think the eight because Neptune it makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. Then that's the eight.
Yeah.
8 or 9. I always mix them up. Which one it is?
But
Um, I'm just
if
really
once you get
tired.
your chart,
I think I had a seizure today. That's why I'm kind
oh,
of.
that's why you're a little bit of foggy.
Yeah,
God
yeah.
wish
I'm very
Cody
Well,
was here
foggy.
because he could explain it better. I have an inkling. my thing with astrology, because of my intuitiveness, is I would meet people
Oh
and
yeah.
I can feel what their
Yeah.
sign is and see it in their kind of their facial features. That's
Oh
my
yeah.
part of the astrology. But all the
Yeah.
technical stuff, I'm like, huh?
Yeah. I
Well,
can look at a chart and feel the energy of the person and feel the energy of the chart and understand, but I couldn't explain it. I can't,
well,
I can't tell you. It's more of a feeling. And I mean I could write it down, but
here we go.
Oh, there you
but
go.
That
You got an
might help.
okay,
explanation.
yeah.
Good, there you go.
Yeah, yeah,
Intuition
yeah,
through
yeah,
values and
yeah,
research.
yeah,
Yeah, intuition
yeah,
through
yeah, yeah.
culture and communication. See, each house represents a part of. You have so many parts that make you who you are, and
Right,
signs,
right,
and so many
right,
signs. You're not
Right.
just your sun sign. You know.
right, right. The one that is to me the most important are your sun, your moon, and your ascendant, which is your rising sign, and that is the time, the day, and where you were born,
Location. Yeah.
location you were born,
Right.
and
Right.
that marks your who you are to yourself, who you are to the world, and who you are. What was the other one? Or
What
how
you're
we
talking
are
about
to each other
to
So
each
it'd
other.
be who
Yeah.
you are, yourself, the world, and
and to each
the
other.
galaxy, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
to each other.
Well,
The
you
universe.
notice. Do you notice that your personality at home is slightly different than your personality when you're out of the
Reality
home?
out in the world.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
That's what that
Well, that's
is.
yeah, yeah. And when we're at home, we're our true self. Um, and but when we're outer, that's what and that are I can't even talk.
Oh,
That's why I
Susie.
know I might have had a seizure.
Yeah, it makes
I'm
sense.
just, that
Well,
I
sounds
can tell the
like, oh
difference.
my God, Mike, I'm flipping out.
that's okay. And I'm just glad you're doing all right and that you're,
Yeah.
feeling
has,
better.
has the doctor ever asked you about keto? Because keto is really good for people with seizures and epilepsy.
Really? I didn't know.
Yeah,
He
you need
never
to look
said.
into
We
that.
have a crappy neurologist, and we need a new one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. He's an
But
idiot.
go ahead.
my curious question though is like, we're talking about where your ascension and all these other terms, and I'm not an astrologist, so it's beyond me. But
I
what I'm
know.
curious about is it depending on, because I know like the sun rises in the east, sets in the west, so rising signs may be in the east, but
Oh,
does it
that part.
matter?
Yeah. See that part. I I don't do the my mom used to do the physical calculations by hand, and
So
she would do it,
complicated.
and it would be like 10 hours of calculations. And me and my sister, we do calculations on the computer.
Yeah, I'd rather
It's
do it the
easier,
quick way.
because you know the math is like beyond.
Yes,
you
it's too
know
much.
Right.
it and
It's
it's
so
oh
much
and
to
it's old,
explain.
and it's very old math. It's beyond. It's calculus beyond algebra.
I
And
know. She
I
can
suck
do it
at
all by
general
hand.
math.
She would get that little, that what is that thing called that you make a oh I yeah, I'm a real math expert with the that makes a circle. You know
The
that little you
the
put it's a
contractor,
compass. It's called a compass?
yeah, compass
Okay.
and contractor, yeah,
Yeah, and she'd
protractor.
use all that and she'd draw the chart and write all the degrees and oh my god, I'm like it's like a foreign language to me.
Wow.
But my son
Yeah.
gets it. My
No.
son.
Oh yeah, Cody, her son. he is like, it's like a second language. It is another language.
Yeah, it
You're
is.
learning another language, and you're learning how to read people. And and but see, my mom taught me on like traits of how other people, signs of other people. And I'm getting really good at going, I bet you she's a Libra. And I'm
Yeah, that's
always
how I would
dead
see it.
on.
Yeah.
I'm usually dead on, or, oh, I bet you
Besides,
better
there's
Cancer,
some of
or
them
I
have
bet you
facial
better.
features, like my husband. He's an Aries and he has very predominant eyebrows, and they represent the ram's horns. It's really cool. A lot of Aries people have really strong brows. I don't know what it
Oh,
is, and
I'll have to look for that.
Oh yeah,
I,
my son. Well, Riley does. Oh yeah, Riley does too.
it doesn't mean eyebrows either. They can have the brow bone that's really,
Yeah, yeah,
predominant. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Something in the brow that
Riley
will
has
just
very
stand out.
prominent
You know,
facial features.
Yeah.
Yeah,
or like
Aries.
Leos with their gorgeous hair. It's the
Oh
mane of
yes,
the
the
lion. Oh my
mane,
God, it's so
the
beautiful.
hair.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
I almost am afraid to ask because Pisces are fish. You know what their feature is.
it's your eyes. You have real pretty eyes. I
Yes,
can't see.
they have beautiful
They have
eyes.
beautiful eyes usually.
Oh,
Yes,
really? Oh, I'll
yes,
take
Yeah.
that.
yeah.
I
Very
love
beautiful
talking to
eyes.
Pisces, especially about
And they're
paranormal
always,
stuff
oh
and
yes,
metaphysical
they love that
stuff.
stuff.
They're so fun to talk to.
Yes, and they're very emotional. Oh shit!
Oh,
Sorry,
Jesus.
I got you up on a pillow. Sorry.
That's
You
okay.
got a spot? Is it going to stay?
I hope so, because
Oh,
it's
jeez.
comfortable.
Yeah.
um, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I will
Pisces are
happily be the Pisces for the night.
Oh
perfect person
yes,
for
and
this
they're
situation.
healers. They're emotion. It's a water sign, so they are the cup sign, in the tarot. Uh, so they are very emotional, and
Yes. They
you know
feel
they
so hard.
they are big empaths themselves.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
usually are. They usually are. I don't know if
Like
you
the
are,
weight of
but
the world is on their
Oh yeah,
shoulders. They feel
yeah,
everybody's emotions.
yeah, they feel everybody's feelings.
I
Yeah.
could agree with that.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah. But
That's kind of good.
I also do tarot, and that I don't know, my I out of the blue I said, I think I want to try tarot. It looks fun.
Yeah.
And I, I don't know why. I have never had a reading. I just, out of the blue, something just like a nudge. Maybe it was my guide or something. My spirit guide. Uh, but my husband went and got me my, because they say you shouldn't buy
Not
your
the first.
first deck,
Yeah. Yeah.
not your first deck.
Really, I've never heard
No.
that.
Yeah, your
Yeah. It's
first
something you're
deck
supposed to get it
should be a
gifted or
gift.
something. Yeah. Yeah.
It should be a gift from someone.
Actually,
And
yeah, that's right. The first
yeah,
deck is gifted. The other
yes,
ones,
you can go crazy.
yeah.
I
Yeah. Yeah.
have.
My
You
first
should be
one,
careful after the first what you're gifted because they're the energy on them.
I
Oh
don't
yeah,
like, there's one deck I don't like and I don't use. I don't like it. And the one I do love, I absolutely love, was the one that got gifted to me by my daughter, and
yeah.
it's an angel deck, and I love angels, and I'm very connected with angels, and it's my favorite. It is my favorite.
I don't like hand me downs because of other
The
people's
energy
energy.
left over, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, and I don't let anybody touch my deck. And other people
Me neither.
other practitioners let you cut the deck. I let you pick a number, and then just I just
Yeah,
scroll
you go through
through
the cards until that
until
number.
until that
Yeah,
number is.
yeah, yeah.
And it's always worked for me. And but the first deck my husband bought me, and it was those. I can't remember the name. I still have it, and it's well loved. It's so worn out.
Yeah, usually
They're
they
a
are when
little teeny deck, a little teeny deck.
Is it
And
the Ralph Wider deck?
no, I don't know. It was. It's not a.
it's not the basic one, the old
It's
fashioned
not
just
the.
tarot.
No, I love the
Those are the
the.
ones I can't do. I don't like the
Oh,
energy
I
on those
love
ones.
those. I love those. I
Everybody's
love
got their
those ones.
preference, you know.
Yep.
Those are the originals.
Yeah, yeah. I need chapstick.
Rider Waite. That's it.
Rider
Thank
Waite.
you.
Yeah, Rider Waite. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
But I got
Um,
But I,
yeah,
I I
I
have to
love
agree with
that.
Amber Rose is using the
Yeah.
tarot to speak with your guides.
Yes. And you know what's funny? The one that this the one that I'm using now and I've used for about a year and a half. I don't know why, because usually I go, what? Because I always say, okay, who wants to talk, and who wants to talk and give me advice to somebody, and it's always the same deck, and it's always dead on, and you're gonna laugh. I
which
know
one?
the 420 deck.
The 420, of course, is going to be that for you.
I love that deck. It is so fun. The artwork is so cute and is made by the LG. No, I can't say it. I'm gonna mess it up. But it's made by African American lesbian women.
Okay,
And
LGBTQ, you were
yes, I
saying?
can never say that. Yes, I can
I
never
figure
say
you were
that.
heading that way.
Yes, because I always leave somebody out.
Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of other letters I think they added, but I just
Yes,
do the old school one.
yes, I just say it.
Yeah, it's
And
hard to keep up with this.
Oh,
and
they are cool.
they all smoke pot, and
Yeah,
everyone um is a woman, and they're naked, and they're
Not the
fucking.
ones I'm looking at.
Well, they're not
oh, he's
naked.
looking
Some
it
of them,
up, I think.
most of them, they're naked,
Yeah,
and most of them, every one of them, they're smoking weed in some kind of apparatus, either a
yeah,
joint, a
a
bomb,
bomb,
or
a pipe,
a pipe, or what is it? What is the
bubbler.
other thing? No, the
No, that's for the wax, I think.
No.
what is the
But
what does Emily use?
Everything. I don't.
No, you know her. What's her normal thing?
Oh, the vape thingy.
The
It's
vapes.
like a
Yeah,
vape thingy. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. A lot
But
of
it's
them
it's
are
the weed.
vapes or
Like
whatever.
she calls it a
Yeah,
weed pen.
but
so
the artwork is beautiful, and
it it's actually it says here it's created by mixed race Korean American illustrator, magical toolmaker, and cannabis enthusiast Juliana W. Rose and
are you
Jasmine
looking at
Shaw
because there's
Photography.
another one that says weed. Uh,
It's got cannabis in the corners and it's got the cannabis leaves all over. And there's a
yeah.
lady holding a bong and a pentacle
And is
Wait,
for
she
the
naked?
okay. No, she's got a dress on
So maybe it's
with
a
a
different
oh,
crown.
one.
wait. No, this one has
Can you
no
show it? Can you
person
show
on
it?
it. I'll show you mine if you show me yours. No,
You
I
goofball.
mean,
it's nothing bad. It's that.
I can try and share the screen to show. Just I'm not
I don't
sure
want
if.
you to get banned or anything, but oh
Oh no,
god,
it's not.
I'm just gonna put you
She
here.
lost her little her holder.
Oh my
Let's see.
lord of all lords!
Let's see. Let me see if I can share it real quick. If it'll pop up or may
but
not
So
be because
anyway,
it's.
but you're
I
right
don't
about the
know.
energy in the card. So I got to tell you a little story. the ones my daughter bought me, I would do readings for her all the time, and I tell her, if you want a reading, tell me, don't touch them, and she'd sneakily touch
Yeah,
them and not
turn
tell
around.
me, and I always knew because I do a reading and it was so chaotic. I'm like, what is going on with this? And I'm like, damn it, Emily, you touched my cards again. Oh my god, I have to
She's
like.
reading them now.
Here we
She
go.
would.
Now I got it.
You got it?
Column. Yes, those are the ones. I love that
Yeah.
deck.
Oh, cute.
And there's one now. My husband. Now there's one. The King of Cups. I think it's the King of Cups or the King of Swords. He's on a wheelchair.
Aw,
Or she's in a wheelchair, and I always call that the Rue card because my
that's the rule.
husband's in a wheelchair. And
And it shows up on your
Oh,
reading.
yeah, whoever gets that, I go, "Oh, you got the Rue card."
well, let me see if I can pull it up. She's got some of them are in there. Let's see. I just had the King of Wands. Let's
Was it the
see.
King of
It's
Cups?
the
You
King
said.
of Swords or the
Oh,
King of
swords.
Cups.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if I can get it. Let me see. I love this deck. Um,
Yeah, I'm
and
trying to look
and the
because
Light Seer deck is my other favorite. I was doing that one forever. I love that deck.
There's
I
another
like
one. I like the
how
one with
some
the.
of these have the reddish hint in the eyes.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness!
all of them. They all have
I
the
like
red eyes.
because they're stoned.
Yep,
Yeah, because they're stoned.
That's funny. That's so funny.
and I love the fact that they all have the bug-eyed look, where they're
Yeah,
like
yeah, and they're
the
bug
eyes are
eyes.
like way
I'm
bigger than their
fine. I'm
face.
not high. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's so funny.
Oh my
That's
god.
hilarious.
And what's funny is it's Barnes and Noble is where I got this image.
Oh.
Oh really? Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I got mine at. I think I got mine on Amazon.
Oh, it
I
wouldn't
don't know.
surprise me. You can get everything on Amazon.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's where my daughter got mine. She just knew I loved angels,
it's
and
cheaper on
she
Amazon.
she found one with angels. I almost cried when I saw it. I was like, "Oh, this is so beautiful."
Yeah. I have to admit, I think I currently have probably 10 to 15 tarot decks and like 3 or 4
Ooh.
oracle decks.
Oh, so
Is
you
that like
delve in it
one?
too.
Yeah, I got a lot of different. Oh,
I
here it
used
is.
to, yeah.
Here it is. Here it is. I don't
You
know if you
found the
can
root
see it.
card?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I keep seeing the
that's the
number
root card.
multiple times.
That's the cup
He's
card.
foggy right
I
now.
think it's the cup card.
He's foggy right now.
Yeah, that's the cup
What
card.
about that guy? Maybe
I
that's
don't
that
know.
guy.
You might not know.
I don't know.
He's smoking a
Yeah,
bomb.
hold on. Susie, Mike wanted
What?
to ask you something. He's going crazy because he keeps seeing the number 46
Multiple times.
multiple times, and it's just like over and over and over again. I'm like,
Every single day.
maybe it's mom because mom was born in 46. I'm like, why is she
Oh, she
bugging
was,
so
and her
much?
birthday's tomorrow.
Yeah,
Or
that's true. Oh, no, 2 days.
is it
But I've
tomorrow?
been
Oh,
seeing
it's
it.
in two
I've been
days.
seeing it way
Yeah.
before this. I've been seeing it way
Yeah.
before this.
Yeah, he's been seeing it for months, right?
Years.
Oh, years. Shit.
Like over a year or so.
Somebody, well, a lot of time, I like angel numbers. That's one of my favorite things. Like I said, I like the angel thing, and I see angel numbers all the time. Have you ever seen angel numbers?
I have.
You do? You see them? Have you? Do
I've
you have
seen them
one
and
set?
I've seen master numbers or those type of numbers, like 1111,
Yes.
or those are really cool. But here I found this that might help him.
Oh, here we go. Represents creativity, growth, new beginnings, and expansion.
In
Okay,
That's what
numerology.
it says.
hold on. How do I pause this?
It says pause over there in the
Okay.
corner.
But just tell them.
Numerology, the number 46 is creativity, growth, new beginnings, and expansion.
There it is.
That's nice. It's in here. The reason why I keep asking, I mean, this has been going on for I'd say a couple of years now. And the number 46, and it's not like I'm looking for that number.
Oh, it never is with angel numbers.
It just pops up like I'll be driving and I'll see the clock. It'll say like 8:46, or just I'll see license plates 46, and it's multiple times a day, every single day. It's driving me flipping nuts.
Well, somebody's trying to tell you that you're on the right path, Michael.
Well,
Mostly that's what those numbers mean, that you're on the right path and you're doing what you should be doing.
Yeah. For a while there, I thought maybe it was Bonnie's mom telling me, because she's born in 1946. But the thing is, why am I seeing it constantly, over and over? I mean, I get it. If it's her mom, she's hanging out with me. But why do I have to see it so flipping much?
I don't know.
Just may have a message for you.
Yeah, it's got to be some kind of message, and maybe somehow someday it's going to smack you in the face and tell you what it is. But you know what? I had a really cool encounter because I saw the number 46 when I was driving on a DoorDash on the gas prices. Right? I'm like, wow, this is great. I said in my mind, I didn't say it out loud. I said it really would be nice if mom's trying to give me a message, I could see the numbers 1106. I said, really would be nice. And ding, I get a DoorDash that was 1106. I'm like, what the hell? I just thought that. I literally just thought it. I didn't say it out loud. They say, the Facebook will send you, ads because you've been talking about things or whatever. I was thinking this. I wasn't even saying it out loud, and it just showed up. I was like, what?
So you'll love this, Bonnie. When my dad passed away, a few days later, I was on the phone watching a live of a paranormal investigation that a friend was doing, and she goes, "Are you gonna be here for a while?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll probably be here a couple hours, just trying to get my mind off of things." And she goes, "Cool. Can you interact with this spirit while, I go take care of something?" I was like, "Sure." So I'm watching the live feed, and people are like going to the spirit, "Hey, can you make this light up?" Nothing happens. I'll go, "Hey, bud, can you make this light up?" And all of a sudden it would light up.
It only responded to you.
And it was not a voice. It was a text.
Oh, wow.
On a phone.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, it's like it would only respond to my text. Everybody else would say,
nobody else.
We'd like you to do this, and then I would type it, "Hey, can you do this?" And they would do it.
That is cool.
Oh my God, I love that. I love that. We keep getting the weird signs. My husband got the weirdest sign the other day. He was going to a DoorDash for a lady named Beth. And when you got there, the song was on, or on the way there? The song from Kiss came on, Beth.
Right when he pulls up.
Yeah, and he told the lady, and the lady was all grumpy. I hate that song. And he was like, "Oh, I guess it was just for me." It wasn't a pleasant thing for the lady, but it was really weird for Mike. I thought that was funny.
It's funny you mentioned that because I've been getting like on TikTok at night and just scrolling just to see what everyone's, posting about and what's going on. And all of a sudden I'll get these like random, like there's 2 or 3 people who are singers, and they'll go, "The songs you never want to hear when," and the pause, and it's like at a funeral or at a cremation.
I love those.
And I'm cracking up, and as you were sitting there saying, he heard this song, it's like in my head it popped up. One of those TikTok videos, songs you never want to hear.
Oh my God! So like Highway to Hell, or what is? I'm on a highway to hell, or Oh, I can't remember. I've seen that
They
one.
should
It's so
totally
cool.
make one for Door. I don't think they have one for door dashing, but they should totally
Get
come up with a
messages
list.
all the time when I'm door dashing. I went to an address. I can't remember. I'll just make up a number, okay? Because I can't remember the exact number. Maybe it was like 2136. Okay, that was the address. All right. So I hand in the DoorDash and I get in my car and I click finish. And the number, my total of what I made to that point was the address.
That's
I
really
looked at,
cool.
yeah, I was looking at it and I went, looking at the building and looking at the number. I'm like, what the hell? It's exactly the same as the address. I was like, what is going on? Shit like that happens all the time. It's so crazy. I swear. I don't see how anybody can't believe in God when it's right in your face.
It is, and
You get messages in everything you do. You get little winks saying, I'm watching you. I love you. You're doing good. All day long.
yeah. So I'm kind of curious with you guys being out of Vegas.
Okay.
Is the paranormal and like I'm gonna use the term supernatural to refer to like tarot and all those like practices. Are those more popular in Vegas, you think, or less popular?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think so. I
I mean,
don't
there's
see
those
it.
little places are all over the
I mean,
place,
you
but
see it near the strip, maybe.
yeah, there's one
Maybe
in
a
Pahrump.
couple of places.
Yeah, I live in Pahrump, Nevada, which is 60 miles west of Vegas. And boy, we got a lot of activity in Pahrump. I think it's just all Native
That's
American.
where, I don't know if you ever heard of Art Bell. You ever hear of
Yes.
Art Bell?
That's where I live
That's
in
where
the town
Art
where he.
Bell, yeah, that's where he broadcasts from,
Yep.
was where she lives, where he sees all the UFO shit.
Yep. That's crazy here
Sorry
too.
for swearing. We're from New York, and I got a gutter mouth.
I do too, and I try so hard. I'll like if I'm in, like my mom would say, mixed company. I would try to say my granny
Yeah.
curse words. Like I made up words when the kids were little,
Oh
and
yes,
because
we
I had caught
did.
my daughter saying the F word when she was 2, I was like, oh
Oh
God, I got to clean up my
boy.
mouth. So
Yeah.
I make all these cuss words out of nonsense words, and she doesn't repeat those, which were cute if you heard a kid say them, but she repeats the bad ones. I didn't
I
understand.
think
Like,
it's
why? I did this for you, and you're not even repeating the cute words I'm saying. Somebody
because
say
I think
jackass,
there's
I'd say
something
donkey head.
about it's something about saying something you know you're not supposed to. That's the
It's a
draw
little
to
better.
it.
Yeah, that's so funny. And come to
But
find out, it was my oldest son that made her say it. All those years, he didn't tell me until he was an adult. He was like, "Oh, by the way, Mom, I made her say it." I was like, "Damn it,
oh, that's funny.
little stinker." But that's kids for you, especially the older
Yeah.
kid. The older kid is going to be the one to do that. Susie tried to
Yeah.
teach me to curse, and I didn't understand how to do it
Oh,
when I was little.
I didn't swear until sixth grade or
And that's
fifth
what you
grade,
were trying to teach me.
and I
I
didn't even
remember.
swear right.
No,
I said asshole. I couldn't even say asshole right. You asshole.
Well, the funny thing was, I was watching a Western movie with my parents as a kid,
Uh,
and I'm sitting in front of the TV screen, and all of a suddenly, I don't know why I even brought it up, but as we're watching this like Western or some old movie, I just turned, look at the TV, and I go, "Son of a bitch!" And my parents were like, "Where did you learn that?" And I was like, "TV." Kind of just
oh
said it.
yeah,
God.
yeah, they could say that now. I mean, even
I mean,
I don't
hell, my
know.
dad took us to see The Godfather when I was 7
Oh no,
at the drive-in. All I
that was
remember was the
they had a
horses.
lot of bad words in that one.
But
All I
yeah, it
remember
was
is the
like
horse
just seeing
man.
my parents' face, like utter shock and horror of where did that come from?
They
Oh
didn't.
my
Did they make you so?
Uh-oh. No, they just
No.
were like, don't ever say that again. I was like, okay, I won't. And I didn't say
Oh
it again
Lord.
until I got to high school.
Oh, do you? Yeah, I
Jesus.
didn't. I didn't start cursing on a regular basis. So maybe about 18. I mean, I might have said a few words when I was 16, but it wasn't a habit. It wasn't something that would just naturally come
Yeah,
out.
Yeah.
yeah.
And to this
I was
day,
slow all the time.
My husband
all I,
said he didn't start cursing until he met me.
Yeah, he did. I
there are
know.
people out there like that.
Oh
He
my
was
God. No, you know what?
16. You were 16 when you met him,
No, it was
right?
18. 18.
18.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was
But
21. Yeah,
you know what the thing was? He was raised by a very strict mother, and he just
yeah,
didn't do it. But when he met me and you, he
yeah.
was
Oh my
he
God.
heard he heard you talk to mom the way you used to talk to mom with all the cursing, and he was like so shocked. He was like, because he's a boomer. He's a boomer. So it's different, Gen X don't care. They'll just say whatever the hell they want.
Yeah.
But he was like so shocked. She's like, he thought she was going to get in trouble. He was feeling uncomfortable. He was like, "Oh, what is going on here?" It was so funny.
So what type of parent what I'm curious being the Vegas area, I'll clarify. And being in Nevada, let's just go there. Being in Nevada, do you find that there's more like spirits and ghosts,
Oh,
or is it
hell
more
yes.
UFOs
Oh,
and
there's
aliens?
both.
Both.
It's both. It's both.
Both.
Oh God, we got it everywhere.
Because not maybe Vegas. Well, no, maybe Pahrump, definitely.
Yeah, Pahrump,
But, well,
all the
yeah,
little
Nellis
towns that
Air Force
exist
Base.
along. Yeah. Well, like
Yeah.
Goldfield, Gold Point, what is
Oh,
that?
hell yeah.
Pioche, all those little
PO.
towns like Pahrump,
We just
they
did an
are the ones that have
investigation
all
in
the
Pioche.
activity. Yeah,
We just did an
Hmm.
investigation in Pioche, and
that
boy,
was fun.
that was so fun.
That was fun.
We
That was
had a
so
ball,
fun. Yeah.
and we had a blast,
Can
and
I
we got
tell
a
him my
lot of
story about
evidence.
Tim? Should I tell him my story
Yeah.
about Tim?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Go ahead.
We thought we weren't getting any signs at the first night. And we are
No,
like,
we
whatever, we're
walked
gonna
in, and I have a K2 and I have a
Oh yeah,
millimeter.
the meter was
Because
going off. The meter was going
I
off. Yeah.
I like the digital, but I like the lights, but I like the
Yes.
digital too. I want to
Yes.
see the
Right.
numbers.
We had both of
I,
those going off in the corner of the room. Only in
yeah,
this one
and
corner of the room. It was really cool. But we
when
asked
you
for the most
pass
haunted
through,
room.
yeah, which is
Well,
room 10 at the Overland Hotel in Pioche,
yes.
and
I
which
I
is about 3 hours from Vegas.
yeah.
And where we were standing between the rooms, it was going off like crazy, and it wasn't near the phones or no near the
No electronics. There was no
electrical.
TVs, I don't think, in there either.
No,
No.
and we were like, "What the hell's standing here?" I go, "Ooh, something's here,"
Which makes
and
sense
so,
because it was like two separate rooms, but they're connected. Like it was
mhm,
Right.
like almost like an apartment. You got a room over here with a bedroom, and then my husband and I had the other room,
and
and
there
that
was a
was the room
long
with the
hallway.
activity. Yes. Well, I went to bed that night, and I get messages in the waking and in the sleep. Okay. Well, the night I went to sleep, I woke up and I said I had a visit. This really tall, like 6 foot, 5, 6'6", really big guy with a lumberjack or like a '90s grunge flannel on, and kind of longish hair, with really big hands. Just he put his hand out and said, "I'm Tim." I said, "Oh, hello," and he was really nice. And he was really sweet and gentle, like a big gentle giant. And then I just woke up and like, that was weird. And I took that information and went downstairs and started drilling the lady on the history of that room. I didn't give her any of my information though. I wasn't leading her, you know, to answer the way I wanted her to, not one of those things. So I said,
Right.
"Did somebody die in our room?" She goes, "Yeah. There was a man, he died of alcohol poisoning. He drank too much. He drank himself to death." And I said, no, she said there was a big guy. She even said it was a big guy. And I'm like, "Oh, it was a big guy." I said, "Was his name Tim?" And her eyes got really big. And I'm like, she goes, "Yes." And I'm like, "Well, he visited me last night."
Yeah.
He totally visited me. She said, "Was this
Yes.
big guy?" And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, that was him." That was so cool. It was so freaking
Yeah.
cool.
That is cool when that
It was
happens. And
it was like you felt vindicated,
yeah,
It was so nice. It
Yeah.
was so nice.
And
validation is so nice when it happens.
Yes.
when I was when I was
What were you doing?
I was I'm sorry.
I'm
I
kind of
was
curious, Bonnie. Well, while she's looking at that, all those locations that you were mentioning, with Art Bell and yourself and all the UFOs, how close are those to the infamous Area 51?
What are we like an hour away from Area 51?
no, a little
I
further.
don't even know. I went
It's
there once.
by it's on the way to Ghost Point. I mean Gold Point.
Okay, okay. Yeah, we did see it. I remember seeing it on the way. I knew I saw it. Um,
It's going to
yeah.
Gold Point.
There's all
Okay,
Okay.
kinds of factors that make it this place a hot spot. Besides, there's a
That
lot
whole
of
area is a hot spot.
the chords, the jasper, the rocks that are amplifying signals too, and also I believe the radiation has a lot to do with it from the test site that we have left over. I really believe that we have leftover radiation, especially in our water, which really sucks. Because I looked up our zip code, what's in our water, and it's there's a lot of not nice things in it, and I'm like, that must be from the underground testing. They did those underground nuclear
yeah,
tests and stuff. Yuck! I don't drink the water.
underground and above ground, and
Yes, they
never
did
thought
both.
to tell anybody.
Yeah, I know it's terrible. Can you believe that? I mean, people would sit out on lawn chairs in Vegas and watch the damn thing go off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
It's so
nobody told them
terrible.
it was going to be like catastrophic to your health.
I know.
I
Isn't that
wanted to
so
tell
sad?
him, hey Bonnie, I wanted to
Okay, go
tell him
ahead.
about when we were at the thing and okay,
Epiotes?
we were at my experience when we were in Pioche. I was sleeping and in the middle of the night I always wake up at 10 o'clock for some reason. And it's not to go to the bathroom. I just wake up for some reason. And and I woke up and something made me wake up. And I wake up and there's this big, huge, dark shadow. And
Tim.
it's not a, yeah, and huge,
Yeah, he was
dark
very big.
shadow. He was as tall as the door.
Yeah, yeah,
And he just standing like this with his arms like this. Oh,
yeah.
you can't see him.
He's not menacing at all.
No,
He
And
was
he's
very
not,
sweet and
Bonnie,
gentle.
let me talk.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And it was going like this. And I was like, I go, dude, I can't. And so I get up and I get up and I go, dude, I can't sleep with you staring at me. So I just closed the door. He didn't scare me because I didn't get that. Because I feel like, oh, I didn't tell him about the when I was a kid. Oh, I sent you that message. Oh, no, I didn't.
What
Did I
are you
send you
talking
that
about?
message about the darker than dark?
The
darker than dark.
figures, the dark in the dark figure. You mean the Ewoks or
Yeah, the Ewoks. I call them
they were
Ewoks
Ewok?
because that's what they
no,
look
they
like.
weren't. They just that's how she described them in her little brain when she was a kid.
Yeah, when I was little, that's what I because Star Wars just came out and that's what they look like.
Oh, I know. That's why I was like, man, if you saw Ewoks, I'm jealous.
No, they weren't real Ewoks.
No, you just
Um,
saw these little things with their weren't their eyes glowing or
okay,
something,
when we
or
were little, wait, let me get the story.
you get the
When
POH
we were
done.
little, we lived in this house. It was a nice house, but I hated it because it was where our parents fought all the time, and it was
Bad
bad
memories.
energy, really
Yeah.
bad
Yeah.
energy, and it was the worst time in our lives. And we were playing Ouija board up in the attic like an idiot, and
I was gonna say, with all that energy, I'm
and
not so
and
sure
my
I'd be
brother told
putting
me
that
about it.
out.
I totally forgot about it. But my brother goes, Susie, you've been in the paranormal since we were kids. I go, we were. He goes, yeah, he goes, we play with the Ouija board. He goes,
In
don't
the
you remember I
greenhouse.
saw my grandfather's face? And I said, fuck you, I'm out of here. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah. I was like, I didn't remember that. And he goes, yeah. So I was thinking that's why I must have conjured something up. And that's all I was thinking. But I went to bed one night and and it was kind of hot. It was in the summer. And so I was sleeping on top of the covers and the door was open and the when you sleep and there's no lights on, it's really dark
Right.
and you can't see your hand in front of you,
Yeah.
so it's really dark. Well, these things were darker than the dark, and they were they were about 4 feet tall, and I call them Ewoks because they were walking like little Ewoks.
Yeah, wobbling.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were wobbling and they were making little noises like like that, and they were wobbling, walking towards me, and they had like cloaks on, and they had red
Like an
eyes,
Ewok.
like an Ewok, with
Actually,
They
it
red
were
sounds
eyes,
more
close
like a
too.
Jawa.
making weird noises. And this is in New York, though. This is in Rockland County, New York,
Yeah.
and it could have been a friggin' alien. I don't know. It could have been something demonic. I don't believe in demons. I don't know, but I don't know. But it was bad energy, and I couldn't move. I had I was just frozen. I couldn't my voice. I couldn't
You
scream.
wanted to call out.
I couldn't even call my sister. I couldn't call my mom. And I'm like, and then finally it just went, Mommy! And I called Bonnie, and then they were gone. And I was like, what the fuck happened? Well, I wasn't saying it. I was 7, I wasn't swearing
You
yet.
want to say it? What the F? Unless you're Emily.
Not a
No, I'm
7,
kidding.
not a 7. Yeah, no, that's as
Yeah.
an adult I said that, no.
Yeah.
And
You're an
but
adult.
that but because of that, because I used to see spirits since I was 4. But after that, I didn't see spirits till I was 18. I
Yeah.
blocked it. It scared me that much. I
That makes
blocked
sense.
it.
Yeah.
You know, what's interesting, Susie, is you talk about, looked like they were cloaked and the sounds that they were making, and you associating to the Ewoks. When you would describe the sound and the cloaks, my mind goes to the Jawas.
What's
The
that?
Sounds like
Jawas?
the Jawas that were on the Sandcrawler selling the
Oh,
droids.
yeah. Those sand people things. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
I
they
didn't
were
know
in
the
the
names.
cloaks.
I didn't know the
Yeah.
names. They were, I don't know.
That would be
I was
cute if they
I'm
were
7.
the
like,
Ewoks because you wouldn't be afraid. They're not
Yeah,
scary looking.
no, the
the
They look
Ewoks
Ewoks,
like
were
little
they were
doggies.
like,
cute. Yeah,
they're walking teddy bears with like
yeah,
loincloth
yeah,
satchels
Yeah.
on, and
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
like,
right.
the
It
yeah,
sounds more
Jawas
like
were
those other
the
things.
cloak, the hooded
yeah.
creatures.
That scared
And
the shit out of me.
Oh boy.
And then I think was I telling you about the going to CeeLo Drive in Beverly Hills.
You
Oh,
mentioned
Bonnie
it
didn't
in the
get to go on
bio.
that investigation.
Oh, that's a neat one.
What'd you say?
That's a neat one. You gonna tell them that
No,
story?
no,
Oh my
Mike.
god.
Oh, I was saying you told me. I remember reading about CeeLo Green Drive in your
CeeLo Drive.
bio.
Yeah, yeah. Not CeeLo Drive. Not CeeLo Green.
So,
Oh,
yes, CeeLo Drive.
Isn't that the guy sings F you?
Yep,
no.
sings a lot of songs. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, my
yeah,
husband, who at the time was my techie and camera guy, but he stayed outside of the two houses. We were investigating David Omen's house and the house next door, which was an Airbnb that Nelly stayed in. The musician Nelly.
Ooh.
That what
okay,
he did,
Uh-oh.
he took off because he got so scared because of the
Shut up,
paranormal
dog.
activity. But when I was in there, I was doing. I have a ghost box that's like it's an amp that's turned into an like a ghost box through an amp,
right.
and we
That
were
thing was
getting
cool.
peaked like crazy. But I got touched on my arm. I was got caressed on my arm, and we were getting. Don't ask me what was said because I can't friggin' remember. It was all the way back in 2017. uh,
Cloud came over me.
well, oh yeah, I was gonna tell about that. Uh, my husband was a non-believer,
I
and
figured.
he was out in the back of his van, doing something in the back of the van, and all of a sudden, in CeeLo, now where the Manson murders occurred, there was this big, huge gate, which is not even. We parked like right near it, and there's a giant hill right behind Omen's house and the Manson house, or not the Manson house, but Sharon Tate's house,
Yeah, yeah, I was
and
gonna say.
and uh,
The fog.
I'm trying to say it. My husband's going, this big, huge fog or mist starts
Ooh.
coming down the hill, and it's not like a regular fog. It like has purpose.
Oh
How it's
wow.
moving. And it's like going up and down, and it's moving this way and that way, and it's coming down, and it comes straight up to my husband and stops. And
Ew.
my husband's like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then goes back and goes back up the hill, and that's it. It goes away, and so Rue goes. My husband goes to the guy he was hanging out with, Philip. He goes, "Did you just see that?" He goes, "What the hell was that?"
Oh, so he saw you had a witness too.
Yeah, he had a witness.
That's
So
awesome.
he goes in and tells Dave. He's freaking out, and Dave comes out, and of course it's gone. And Dave's like, "You guys are crazy."
Oh, I hate that. You got witnesses, you all saying the same thing,
Yeah,
and the
and
people
Dave
Yeah,
still
should
don't believe you.
know. I mean, his house is haunted up to hell. You know.
yeah,
Duh.
yeah. It's like my parents and I. We had a lady that we would go to that did readings and stuff for
Uh
people,
huh.
and she would say you could have 10 people in a room, a UFO
Shut
hovering
up.
over the parking
Sorry.
lot, and five of the people will say there's nothing in the parking lot, don't know what you're talking about. Two may be like, well, there's something fuzzy out there. I can't quite make it out. And three are like, oh my God, there's something coming out, even.
Yeah.
We're going to get to see a visitation. How cool is this? And
Oh
Yeah.
my
they
goodness.
asked, why is that? And they said, because their filters are so that if they truly in their filter do not believe, they won't see it.
Yeah, they'll like replace it with something logical in their brain or something. to explain that, oh, it's just that or whatever.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
You got to have an
Oh,
open
I didn't even
mind with
join the
stuff like that.
chat.
What?
Oh, I see. Oh, never mind.
Never mind.
Never mind, bitch. No.
So, I'm kind of curious also if you have visited this one certain hotel that I've heard so much about in Nevada. I don't
It's a
remember the city.
Goldfield. Isn't that the Goldfield
No,
Hotel?
it's the
Clown
Clown House.
Hotel?
Oh,
Yeah.
the clown
Clown
one.
Hotel? We haven't gone there yet. No.
Dude,
We
I'm
haven't gone.
afraid of
We
the
should
Goldfield
go there.
Hotel.
We should go. We should go there. I mean, it was only a half hour from Gold Point.
Oh,
We did an
really?
investigation at this cute little ghost town.
That
It's
was a
called
nice one.
Gold Point. That was our first investigation. Was that our first investigation or second?
Yes, it was. It
Our
was.
second.
It was fun.
That was with those two bitches who stole money from me.
They were so dumb. They kept saying, "I." This is funny. They kept saying they were staying in the room behind, which the wall of the bed, the other side of it was the kitchen. Okay, and there was a really
Right.
old like cabinet that wasn't really grounded. If you walked past it, it would bang up against the wall. Well, they kept saying that that was a ghost. I'm like, they are so dumb. 'Cause I
You're
was like,
coming
I
in
could
and
see
out,
this damn
Bonnie.
thing going bang, bang, bang when you walk by. It wasn't a
Bonnie,
ghost.
we don't understand you.
What?
You're
What?
coming in and out. You're
Oh,
coming in
dang.
and out.
Oh, no, I heard it total that
He
there
heard
were
Or
me.
maybe it's me.
Yeah,
there was a
but
couple.
we both got a warm impression that the old lady that used to live there really loved our company. We both got that impression. She loved the visiting, and we also got a picture of her in the doorway of the outside. On the outside, she was in the like screen door, and also I got an impression that somebody had a snake crawl into bed with them in the room I was in. It's like it was a residual, a memory I
Oh,
was feeling. And I was like, oh,
I
hell
was like,
no, you better not happen
oh
to
no,
me.
yeah, I was like, oh man, there's a snake
There's
around.
a snake in
Oh,
my
Oh, I
bed.
know.
all
No.
bets are
Both
off.
me and her are like ghost magnets. I said when we go on a ghost hunt, we're ghost magnets.
But
We like
that brings up an interesting question. Do snakes and other animals, like that are out in the desert, if they die, do they haunt the
Yeah,
grounds and
because
like
dogs do.
come around?
Dogs and cats do. She has a ghost cat in her house.
oh yeah, my cat, my baby, she comes in. I see her at the back window every morning. I
Yeah,
keep thinking it's my cat that's alive, and I'm
I
like,
have ghost dogs, and I've heard of ghost dogs and cats, but it's like you never hear of someone going, "Yeah, there was this ghost that was,
oh
letting
God,
us know
It
he
could
was
have been.
there."
See, the thing is, it could have been the person's, a person, a ghost, a person. Oh, I can't get the words out. A person ghost.
no!
Their memory of that was probably how they died. The snake crawled into bed with them. It could have been a residual memory of a ghost encounter. What am I trying to say? Jeepers creepers.
Yeah, the lady may have had a pet snake that
No,
like
I think it was just
weird
because.
people
Well,
that
if you saw the cabin we were living in, we were staying in, it was like I'm sure all kinds of critters can crawl in there and visit you. It was one of those things. So what
so
it was.
comforting.
You've heard of residual haunting, right? Where
Right.
somebody is just doing the same task over and over again, and you see it. There's no intelligence to it. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just like it's like a
It's
rerun.
clockwork. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's what I was feeling. It was something that had happened in that room to somebody, and that person's memory was the energy I was feeling. Does that make sense?
It does. And yeah, and I was just like, thinking, how many pet owners, like snake owners, who were like, "Yeah, I was laying in bed with my snake because he was my pet and
Oh
got
yeah,
flattened," and,
right.
and they were like, "He's getting sick," and they're like, "No, he's getting ready to eat you." How many actually had that happen? And what that
Oh
ghost would
my
look
god.
like, being like, "Yeah, I was killed by my pet snake because I was stupid."
Oh, that's so sad. Oh my god, that's so sad. Or it's like
You
when
gotta
somebody
wonder
dies and
though.
their cat eats them
Yeah,
or
it's
something.
like it makes me wonder. If I was a ghost, and say, hypothetically, if I was a snake owner and my snake ate me because I was letting it sleep in the bed, I don't think I would ever want to show my face as a ghost and be
Embarrassing.
like, "Hey guys, I'm so glad you're here to hear my story." Yeah, how did you die? Well, my pet snake that was laying in bed with me ate me.
It's
Oh
like
my
that.
Like,
god.
You ever see those shows, The World's Dumbest Criminals?
yeah,
Maybe
Oh
where's the
yeah.
world's dumbest ghost? No, I'm just kidding.
it's like, yeah, I
How
just like
sad.
picturing how many people would sit there in the room when they heard that, just start busting out laughing and being like, "What do you think was gonna happen?"
Right. Oh my god.
Like, I would be the ghost that's like, yeah, I'm just not gonna tell you how I died. Sorry. Nope. Gotta
Well,
run. Sorry. Got another appointment. No,
yeah.
but so where is some place that you guys would like to investigate that you haven't been to yet?
She
Oh,
wants to go
Hinsdale.
to Gettysburg, don't you?
Hinsdale. Hinsdale.
What about
Hinsdale?
Gettysburg?
New
Yeah.
Keep
York.
talking about Gettysburg too.
Gettysburg, Waverly, Gettysburg, definitely.
That'd be really
Uh,
interesting. I would love to.
Penhurst. I want to go back home to Hinsdale is on my top number one list. I don't know why that house is calling me.
Ooh.
I think
The
it calls
house
a
is
lot of
calling
people.
me. That makes Conjuring House look like the Brady Bunch.
Oh crap. Give me some sage. We gotta bring some sage with us and some
I
what
know
do you
the
call it?
owners, and
Obsidian.
because I saw an episode with Nick Groff and what was their face? Can't
Tessa?
not Tessa. Uh, this is way before. This is on Paranormal Lockdown.
Oh, then that would be
Kate, Kate,
Katrina.
what, Katrina. I'm going Kate. I knew it was
You're close.
around there.
You were closer
Uh,
than I was.
yeah, I was close. Yeah, when they were investigating that house, I was just like, I was like, I was just blown away, and I was like, "That's it. I'm going." And then when I get interested in something, I go all in and research everything about it. So I read the book. I read Dan's book. I on his Patreon. We're friends, me and Dan. Uh, he's so cool. Uh, yeah, I told him. I said that house is calling me. He goes, "We're waiting for you."
Yeah.
I would think
And
like
it's in my home
Pennsylvania,
state.
Virginia, all those towns, or all those towns, states over there. There's a
Well,
lot
New
of
York is so
old,
haunted
old
all
history.
over New
Yeah,
York.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
New York is the first state, you know? I mean, really, because all
I
the
don't know. Was
settlers
New
came
York the
through.
first state?
I thought it was like
Well,
Massachusetts or
that's where,
something. Plymouth Rock.
well, wasn't it
It was one of the
that's
13
where they all
colonies.
came? Well, we
Yeah,
were
yeah,
New York settlers. Our family was New York settlers.
yeah. We're
I thought they all came into Nellis Island.
Ellis
Everybody had
Island.
to
Yeah,
come through
All right.
Ellis Island. I'm thinking
Well, that
yeah.
Nellis
was
Air Force
yeah,
Base.
that was after
Oh
the
yeah.
Civil War. Yeah, that was after the
Oh,
Civil
the
War,
war.
and maybe a little bit
Oh, okay.
before. But
Oh,
yeah, and
I thought it was that I don't know. I'm not good with history, but
well, no, the reason I
that's why
said
I could.
that was because I love watching like historical musicals and movies,
Oh
and so the
yeah.
musical
Uh-huh.
1776 came in, and one of my favorite characters from Hogan's Heroes is playing the delegate from New York,
Oh my God, I remember that show.
and he
I
is
love
sitting
that
there saying
show.
New York, respectfully, is like respectfully is abstaining from voting on anything. And they finally at the end go, why in God's
Oh,
name are you here? You just abstained from everything. And he goes, well, have you ever seen a New York convention? Nothing ever gets done. I have no instructions. And they're like,
Oh
well, then,
shoot.
my God, man, vote your conscience. And he goes, all right, we're going for declaration. And they're like, thank you. But yeah, they were like, New
that's
York can't
funny.
make up their mind on anything.
Oh, maybe New
Yeah,
York's a Libra. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah,
I'm kidding,
right,
Susie.
right. Yeah, and they got
That's funny.
ADHD. Yeah,
Yes. Oh
Did,
my
did,
yeah,
goodness.
did you guys
That's
say you
funny.
were
that's
around
funny.
Brockton in New York?
No,
No, we're
Oh,
Rockland, he
from
said. Rockland.
oh,
Rockland
Rockland.
County.
Community.
It was a
Okay,
county.
Rockland Community. I said Rockland County. My dad went to Rockland Community.
okay, because
Um,
I was like, my parents had a house in Brockton, and I was like,
Oh
how
no.
wild being,
well, we
the
also
New York
lived in Orange
connection.
County too,
Yeah, Orange
upstate
County,
New York.
it was a little higher up, but not high up, but it seems like
Now,
every part.
Rockland's 45 minutes from the New York City,
Yeah, it's
and
pretty close.
and Orange County's like 2 hours from the
Yeah.
city.
Yeah.
From by
Orange
state.
County is way prettier.
Orange County's, yeah, that's where all the good
Really
trees are.
pretty. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
and you smell the farms, the cow poop.
And the upper
cow poop.
Adirondack
I like how
cow
Bonnie
poop.
cleans it up at the end.
That's
She's
where all
like,
the
cow
that's where
poop.
all the race horses are
Oh
bred
yeah. Yeah.
for
Yeah.
Saratoga Raceways.
Oh yeah. Our dad used to take
Yeah.
us to the horse races when
For
when we had
PB.
visitations. Yeah, he was kind of a little hooked on gambling for a little while, but I was like, I thought it was great
I
because the horses.
saw
I
he
love
loved the
animals.
South Track.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love animals. God, my
As long as
nose
he
is
wasn't teaching you which bookies to use, I would think there's nothing wrong with that.
right. Oh, I loved it. I love.
Jeez.
That's the one thing I miss about New York. All the nature and the animals and like just having deer in your backyard and I mean,
I
the
can't
most we get
understand
out
any
here are
of you.
bunny rabbits and coyotes. What? What'd you say?
You're all frozen. I can't understand any of you. You're frozen.
Oh, you got a bad
Oh,
connection then. That
yeah.
happened to her the other day.
Ooh,
Yeah, it
That's all I
happened.
hear.
That
I've had a
stinks.
couple guests from Nevada, and yeah, it tends to freeze up, and I'm like, oh
Yeah.
man.
Darn it.
But
Well,
it
Wonder if it
always
has to
again,
do
sounds
with it
good in
was
the
really windy
replay.
today.
yeah.
So we're getting close to an hour and a half, and I wasn't paying
Okay.
attention, and we
Yeah.
went over the hour,
Oh
and
Yeah.
shoot.
so oh, it's fine.
Sorry. You never got to ask any questions because of blabbermouth. No.
Oh no, I got a lot of good questions in. I feel,
Oh, okay.
but so what is next for the Vegas Ghost Girls paranormal investigators? I had to think
Um,
about it, Bonnie.
I don't know. Actually I would like to go back and do Pioche again because I don't know. I got to get my foot fixed
Yeah,
because
it's gonna be a little bit of
Yeah.
recovery time before we do anything.
my the fractures on both sides of the ankle, so
Oh,
Ooh.
it's gonna take a while to heal.
Yeah.
God.
Well,
Yeah. At least I don't need. At least I don't need surgery.
yeah. But
Thank
if there's
God.
anything I've learned from the paranormal, the spirits will wait
Uh,
for you. You don't have to rush
oh
the,
yeah.
the
Yeah,
healing.
it's true.
Definitely. Definitely. I just had a reading, and my mom, my dad, and my stepmom all came through, so I'm good.
Aw, that's nice.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah,
nice.
and I know they're here because my mom's birthday's coming up, so
Well,
I know
somebody's
they're
here
here.
because my nose keeps itching. That's driving me crazy. Have you noticed the itch in my
Yeah,
nose? And when the spirits are nearby, sometimes my
yeah.
head tingles. I get this tingly sensation on the top of my head. But my nose itching, that's another thing. I don't know what the heck that is, but somebody's nearby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe they're being nosy. You get it? Nosy?
yep, that was a
Duh.
good one. Well, I'd like to keep chatting some more because we're having so much fun, but it just started to pour outside, and so I'm
Oh,
hoping
wow.
Oh God,
that
that's probably
we
why it
might want to
sucks.
end this before, if the storm causes a power
An
Yeah,
issue. I
outage.
don't want to all
Yeah.
of a sudden we
yeah,
go blank and everyone's like, what happened?
yeah. Thanks a lot. Thanks
That
for
was it was
inviting
really
Yeah.
us.
fun.
Yes.
Thanks a
Thank you
lot,
all for
Mike.
coming on, and we'll have to get
Yeah, thanks a
all three of
lot.
you on next time.
All right. Bye bye.
We'll see you.
All right.
Bye
Bye bye.
bye. Oh, how am I going to do this? Oh.